If you feel like you have all this potential and yet nothing is changing, this video is for you. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mina. I talk a lot about mindset, identity, and just overall transformation because the truth is your life only changes when your thinking changes. And one of the things that I see often, especially in people who know they are meant for more, is that comfort is actually an addiction. Not lazy, not lack of confidence, not motivation, just pure comfort. Because if you watched my last video, I teach you how your brain is wired, and it's wired to accept and love familiarity. And so it goes against growth. And if you're not careful, you'll actually spend a lot of your life protecting the version of you that feels comfort, but neglecting to build the version of you that is actually fulfilled. Most people think that comfort looks like doing nothing. To be honest with you, comfort can actually look productive. That's the scary part. It can look like you're busy and still not moving the needle forward. Comfort creeps up in your life when you start to drive the same way to work years on end, when you start to hang out with only the same people years on end, when you don't change your routine or habits to put you in uncomfortability in order for you to grow. That's the comfort that slowly kills you. Those routines that you created years ago are lying to you by pretending like they are doing something positive when they're not. They're just keeping you safe. And predictability is what the brain likes, but predictability also doesn't lead to growth. Comfort keeps you active, but it also keeps you in the same place. There is two different things from being busy and being active. And the way that you could do this too is take an audit of your day. I want to teach you guys something real quick. This was not even planned, but draw out a T-chart, right? Draw out a chart that looks like a cross and type in income producing activities on one side and busy activities on the other side. And I want you to write down everything that you do today. Do this as an experiment, right? Go about your day and write down everything that you do that actually makes you money and progresses you forward. And then write down the things that you just do. And you're gonna see that that T-chart is going to be real lofty and heavy on the things you just do versus the things that actually move the needle forward. I guarantee you, if you audit your day with this T-chart, you're going to see exactly what I mean about comfort keeping you busy and yet not productive. And so now the question is, why is it so hard to get out of being comfortable when we ultimately know where it's keeping us? Well, I think that a big chunk of reasoning is because we as human beings like to do things we already know we're good at. Human beings don't like rejection. We don't like failure. We don't like hard new things. And it's not a you and I problem. It's a nervous system regulation problem. Your brain is designed to keep you safe. Your brain has a part in it called the reptilian brain that literally teaches you when to fight or flight. We're still naturally, instinctively those types of creatures that are prepared for like a zombie apocalypse. We're prepared for dinosaurs. We're prepared to hunt for our meals. That part of our brain never disappeared. And so we need to actively go against the grain and put ourselves in positions to do things we are not good at, to build those calluses in our brain, right? The same way that you get calluses on your hands from training, you can start to build calluses in your mind from constantly putting yourself in a place where you're not that good at. And you're gonna have to take a few steps back in order to take a few steps forward. And so even though we don't like doing that, that is the premise of growing, is doing something you don't know how to do, doing it for long enough in order for you to actually get good at it. And then you get so good at it, you can eventually teach it to somebody else. So let's gather together what I just told you right now and put it into an active strategy. Number one thing that I would start recommending every single person to do if you have potential but you lack growth is start to put yourself in situations that force you to grow. What are 3 things in your life right now that you are avoiding to do because it makes you uncomfortable? Is it talking in front of the camera? Is it posting certain pictures? Is it hosting a gathering? Is it going to try a new hobby? Is it going to the gym for the first time? Is it watching what you eat? Is it waking up earlier? Pick 1 to 3 things that you can start doing today that's going to put you in a position of uncomfortability, therefore leading to growth. Step 2 is start to get real comfortable with asking yourself, what would the version of me that had XYZ do in this situation? Meaning, if you're somebody who wants to be making $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month, maybe you want to be traveling the world, maybe you want a new car, maybe you want that level at your job, you need to start thinking like that person now. Think, then be, then have. Okay, a lot of people think it's have, then be, then think. No, first you gotta think it, then you be it, then you have it. Okay, this world doesn't work any other way. You gotta think like you would if you had that, then you gotta act as you would if you had that, and then you'll have it. Isn't that crazy how that works? Everything is broken down into a formula. But again, what's easy to do is also easy not to do. So start to ask yourself that question religiously is, if I was that person already, if I ran that company, if I was making X amount, if this was my income, would I be sleeping in? Would I be skipping the gym? Would I not be stretching my wings and trying new things and reading new books and learning new skill sets? Well, the answer for most of those things is yes, I would be. So then go be, so then you can have. What I'm teaching you here with this process is how you can start to shift your identity, right? Because that's a big part of you becoming somebody new. You can't put new wine into an old bottle, the same way that you can't put new programming into an old system, and you can't become somebody new still acting like the person you once were, still thinking like the person you once were. So then if the goal is to get out of comfort mode, because we want to tap into the potential of who you truly are and start to act like that person now, then the question is, Mina, how do I start? Okay, well, that's a valid question. I'll give you a few things that I did when I started. Number 1 is put it on paper. There's something really fascinating about it coming out of here, transferring down to your hand, and you actually writing it out. If you could also write it out in blue ink. Okay, you heard it here, you've heard it in a lot of other places. Blue ink just does something in your brain process. We're not gonna get too involved in that. Just trust your big sister, okay? Grab the blue ink and start to write things out, right? How do you wanna dress? How much money do you wanna make? Where do you wanna live? What car do you wanna drive? What does your morning routine look like? What does your body look like? What are your main priorities every single day? What are the relationships in your life look like? What are the hobbies and the things that you spend your time on look like? Write out that persona. Get it out of here and put it on paper, because think about it, right? And I get closer and closer to the camera because I want you to be here when I tell you these things. Is when somebody decided to put a plane in the air, what do they do first? They thought it, then they made a blueprint and put it on paper, then they got the bird off the ground. Right? Same thing when we want to build a building. What do? We think it, then we write a blueprint, and then it gets created. And so what I'm trying to teach you is that in this life, in order for us to create something out of nothing, it goes through a 3-step process. 1, you got to think it. 2, you got to write it. And 3, you got to execute, right? But you can't execute without a plan, and you can't plan anything without new thoughts. You see how everything goes together? Stay with me, guys. Just stay with me, because we are about to re-engineer your whole life together. So to wrap things up, if this video stung a little bit, it might be disinfectant. Disinfectant cleans. It's okay. It's good for you. I promise I'm not coming to attack you. Everything that I say comes from a place of love, and it comes from a place of me wanting to see you on the other side of the things that you are avoiding to do, which ultimately is going to give you the version of yourself you've been begging to see in this life. Comfort, she's going to keep you safe. but discomfort is gonna make you proud. So as always, if you like this video, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, maybe send it to a bestie, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Bye.